Mercy Norwalk.
Oh, yeah.
And she says the same thing. She's like, well, half the time there's a kid coming in here, I can already tell you what it is because of what's.
Is Amy Megan's sister?
No,
Okay. There's the new one.
Jessica.
Okay.
Dr. Briggs.
Okay.
We are broadcasting, just heads up.
But I mean, it's just, she's like, it just goes round and round and round. And
All and get medicine for your.
well, we had, so for our 9-month-old, we took him to the clinic and they said, no, he's doing okay. And the next day he had like 104 fever. It's like, we're doing urgent care.
Yeah.
And they got him a steroid but then thankfully our neighbors had eardrops that we could use overnight. And then our ENT is like, yep, I'll call him in. So
Yes.
but yeah, it's just.
Well, you said you have 9-month-old and then a
4-year-old.
Did you
Yeah.
call the doctor about?
I had it in the box on the left.
No,
Yeah.
because we just did, we just went.
That's
right
why I
into
saw
ENT.
this morning. It was me last night. I looked. Okay.
No, Andy.
Oh, that's what we did.
There you go.
Yeah, no, we skipped the primary
Yeah.
care and just called right to the ENT and we're like, yeah, he's got all the same symptoms. His ears started barking.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll write you a prescription. So
I love when that happens.
I would, to me, it was like a shot in the dark. I'm like, there's no way. And then he called back. He's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun times. I was laughing with one of my friends. We're like, yeah, the Super Bowl used to be like, go out to the bar and have some beers. Now I'm watching it on my phone in my child's twin size bed. Like, times have changed.
Great football could have resigned.
Going to Rutgers.
See the Iowa State gymnastics canceled their season?
Bill and I were talking about that before. Selling a lot of injured kids.
No, I've started hearing like.
I've heard rumors.
Yes, that's what I'm hearing too. Nice.
Did you miss? That was 15 years ago.
We went to the meet earlier this season and.
We stick though to those men.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Those are one of those things that if we were like in Ankeny, we'd go to a lot more stuff that extra. I mean, it's a half hour from here.
Yeah.
The north side of Ankeny.
Both ways, yeah, it's.
Adds. Luke's got the right idea because he can live up north and get to Iowa State basketball games a lot quicker than I can. Even Elliot's got a shorter. Many women's games at 6 on weeknights?
Sorry?
Are there many women's games at 6 o'clock on weeknights?
6:30.
Is that your usually there earlier?
Yeah, they occasionally will be at 6, but almost always.
You can be there hour early?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
So it is 37 minutes.
There you
From
go.
your
From
house?
my house to the Hilton parking lot.
Yeah. Well, you probably got a reasonable parking spot, I'm assuming.
I have an assigned space.
Okay.
It's pretty close to where I entered the building. Yes.
Sure.
Tech is all set. So. We have Brent on the Zoom. So you have 4.
All right, welcome everyone to the February 9th Planning and Zoning meeting. Can we have it is 5:45. Can we have a roll call from Elliot?
Eaton. Forst.
Here.
Hinders.
Here.
Samuelson.
Here.
Steiger. Thompson.
Here. Okay, I will need a motion and a second to approve tonight's agenda unless there's any changes.
Forced motions.
Samuelson will second.
Do we need roll call with that or?
Forrest,
Aye.
Hinders,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye. And we will do an approval of the minutes of the January 26th, 2026 meeting. Everyone can look that over, and if there's any changes, please speak. Otherwise, we can make a motion in a second to approve the minutes.
Samuelson, a motion.
Forced will second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Forrest.
Aye.
Hinders,
Aye.
Stevenson,
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye. I'd like to welcome the guests here in public and on the Zoom. If there's anyone who'd like to speak of a topic that is not on tonight's agenda, you can unmute and speak for 3 minutes. Hearing nothing, we will move on to our agenda item of the consideration and recommendation to City Council regarding an amendment to the City of Norwalk Urban Renewal Plan. Luke, can you please brief us on this?
Yep. Is Holly there as well, or?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. She can jump in where she needs to. But essentially this is part of our urban renewal plan when we have projects coming up that we're going to do incentives for or development agreements. We roll them into our urban renewal plan so they can be eligible for those things. So this would be an amendment to add 282 acres to the urban renewal area once it's finally fully annexed into the city. Council did approve an annexation, and that goes to the city development board this Wednesday. We don't expect there to be any hangups on annexing that area.
Dad.
I would just say that he had mentioned when we will do incentives that this is part of the process, which is true, but it's also anytime the city wants to generate or utilize TIF generation from any project, even if it's not for an incentive, if it's just for a city project, we have to do the same process.
Correct.
Yeah, the development that we're working on with this particular procedure is they won't be getting TIF incentives. So, but the city will utilize that TIF generation for infrastructure projects.
Okay, is there any comments from the commission?
Is this land that was originally in the annex area or is this additional land or?
Yeah, so it was encompassed in that larger annexation originally, and with the appeals and things we've got going on with the bigger annexation, we wanted to get this moving forward. So council took action on that, and believe back in December, and yeah, so we're moving forward with that process.
Okay.
Anyone else? Otherwise, I could entertain a motion to recommend approval to the city council.
Forced motion.
Samuelson will second.
Please have a roll call, Elliot.
Forrest.
Aye.
Hinders,
Aye.
Samuelson,
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye.
Recommendation to council is for approval from P and Z.
All right, I guess the next would be city council with Andy.
Lips are moving, but I can't hear him.
He's unmuted.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah, we got you.
I don't have any topics, I guess, from city council, but is there another topic for me besides that? Nope.
Don't think
Okay.
so.
If there's any updates for us? Okay, hearing nothing. Holly with economic development.
Sure. The 2025 Economic Development Annual Report went out in January, so I won't run through all those. I know there's a lot of information in that. But if you didn't receive it and you want it, please let me know. I'll be happy to email it. It just has a lot of good information about businesses, new businesses, jobs, increases in valuations and tax revenues, all that good stuff, current projects and upcoming developments. But for now, I'll just put a couple of dates in front of you to keep in mind. The agenda item tonight was related to the larger project that we just mentioned that we've been working on for 2 years. So it's kind of a big deal for us. So the next step is, like Luke mentioned, this annexation hearing that we'll have with the state on Wednesday. So hopefully everything goes well there, because then the city council public hearing is next Thursday for the urban renewal area amendment, followed by the development agreement, which will be on March 5th city council meeting. So if all goes well, this project that's going to generate over 400 million in new value will officially move forward. So fingers crossed. Next Tuesday at 4 p.m, Representative Feenstra, Randy Feenstra, who's also a candidate for governor, will be here in Norwalk. I think he's just going to do kind of a tour of some of the project areas and then be available for some public Q&A discussions. So we'll send out more details once we know a little bit more about that location and everything. But next Tuesday at 4 p.m. And then lastly, if anyone's interested, the Kosovo Independence Day celebration is next Friday, February 20th at 5 p.m. at the World Food Prize Building. So if you're not familiar with or involved in foreign relations, this is just a really good way to kind of get a taste of that through our sister city partnership and country to country partnership with Kosovo. So just let me know if you'd like to go to it. Happy to send in an RSVP for you. You can bring your spouse or somebody else. It's kind of a neat thing to witness. It's just a really dignified and kind of business formal event. Involves both our militaries, all of our sister city partners. They really love the US, so their gratitude is just pretty humbling, kind of cool to see. So again, let me know. Happy to send that in. And other than that, just happy to answer any questions.
Thanks, Holly. Luke, anything for community development?
Not a lot. Just thanks for chairing tonight, Elizabeth. We appreciate you stepping in and taking that on tonight.
Welcome. Elliot, anything?
Just a real quick thing. At the end of this week, I'm going to St. Louis for something. And I think I've mentioned to this group a few times about Newtown St. Charles, which is a traditional neighborhood development that I like to use as a good example of some of the things Luke and I promote from a design perspective. And I'm going to try to convince the lady friend to let us take a quick detour off of the interstate to go see it in person. And just, I'm hoping to bring back some interesting media for the group. I like this one because it's big and it's also in the region. It has a comparable housing market to Des Moines. So I think it's a reasonable thing to show folks looking to develop here. So with that, I've got nothing else.
Right. Well, our next meeting date is February 23rd at 5:45. I think we're up to adjournment. So if there's a motion and a second.
Samuelson, a motion.
Forrest will second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned at 5:54 p.m.